high definition. CBS3 Eyewitness News.
And it's Wednesday, April 6th. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ukee, Washington.
And I'm Erika von Tiehl. Here's some of the stories we're following this morning. An attack on two people on the campus of Swarthmore College is under investigation as a hate crime.
The Philadelphia Archdiocese faces another lawsuit, this one from the family of an altar boy who took his own life.
And President Obama is coming back to the Philadelphia area, this time pushing for change to cleaner energy.
Let's see what kind of weather the president will have as he comes into the tri-state area. Kate Bilo's in the Weather Center. Good morning, young lady.
Is it presidential weather?
It is presidential weather. I think so. It's not a bad day today, but it's going to start to change as we head into the afternoon as another little disturbance swings through. So starting off nice.
Okay.
By the end of the day, might not be quite as nice as the morning.
But a little disturbance.
A little disturbance.
Okay.
Just some showers later this afternoon.
Right.
We'll call it a wee disturbance. Let's take a quick look at live Mega Doppler 3, and we'll look at that little wee disturbance that's moving through portions of the Great Lakes. Not as strong as the system that came through yesterday by any means, but notice up toward Detroit and back through portions of Wisconsin, we do have some showers moving through. That will eventually really cut by to our north as we go through this afternoon and evening, but will bring us the threat for a few showers by at least your evening commute and by the Phillies game tonight, perhaps. Meanwhile, it's a cold start to our morning. We're at 33 in Allentown, 35 in Center City, 38 degrees in Dover, Delaware. Frost advisory that was in effect has been canceled, though it doesn't look like temperatures will drop quite that low. And with sunshine this morning, we'll rise up pretty quickly from 36 degrees at 7 a.m. We should get to near 60 by 4 o'clock this afternoon. So that's some good news. Temperatures a little bit better than they were yesterday afternoon. I'll break down the full 7-day coming up in just a bit. For now, Ukee, back to you.
Thanks, Kate. See you shortly. Well, this story was first told on Eyewitness News. Two men are attacked on a local college campus. Police believe they were targeted because of their sexuality. It happened early Sunday at Swarthmore College in Delaware County. The two were punched, kicked, and stomped on by at least 5 males and 1 female on Mertz Field. The dean says the victims are doing fine, and the incident left students shaken.
I haven't been being out as much late at night, and yeah, trying to ask people to walk me home.
I was just really surprised because it normally is such a safe campus and safe surrounding area, and people are so tolerant.
Now, April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The report came a day after Vice President Joe Biden kicked off a nationwide campaign about how to prevent and report sexual violence in schools.
A high-speed police chase ends in death in Philadelphia. The driver of this mangled Acura crashed head-on with another car at 58th and Chester Avenue in King Sessing last night. Sources say that the driver stole the Acura from Upper Darby, and police in Philadelphia tried to pull him over. A passenger inside that Acura was killed in the crash. 4 others, including a pedestrian, suffered injuries. New this morning, 5 people are hurt when a SEPTA bus collides with a car. This happened just after 2 this morning in the southbound lanes of Roosevelt Boulevard. The victims were rushed from the scene, in Hunting Park to area hospitals. Their injuries are being described as minor. Police are still investigating to determine if charges are warranted here. 4:33, time for traffic and weather together. Kate, good morning.
Good morning to you, Erica. Good morning, everyone. Well, yesterday at this time, we had a very strong squall line of thunderstorms to track across the area. Nothing like that today, but we do have our next disturbance to tell you about. That is this one moving across the Great Lakes, and it's relatively weak. It's what we call a short wave, a little disturbance, a little buckle in the jet stream there that's moving on through the Great Lakes and heading our way by later today with a few of these light showers, mainly late afternoon and evening. Out ahead of that, it's going to start to warm up a little bit, and I think we'll start the day off with some sunshine. But temperatures this morning, very chilly. Remember, we told you it was going to drop quickly once the winds died down a bit and with the skies clearing overnight, and it sure has. 33 in Allentown, 35 in Philadelphia, 36 in Wilmington. Some of our north and west suburbs in the colder spots. In the countryside, there will be the threat for some frost still this morning. Winds, though, have fallen off. The only spot reporting wind gusts right now is Wildwood at 18 miles per hour, so much better than what we had yesterday afternoon when winds gusted up to about 50 or 55 miles per hour in spots. Today, sunny start, but then clouds roll in and there could be some showers late, 55 to 59 degrees. So 59 today, 60 tomorrow, partly sunny. Not a bad day tomorrow. Can't rule out a shower tomorrow, but Friday, another chilly and damp day at 51. And then we're back in the 70s Sunday into Monday of next week. Ukee, will send it back to you.
Thank you, Kate. Here's a quick check of the roads. A live look now along the Blue Route where it meets the Schuylkill Expressway. There's some construction out there right now, but no reports of any major delays at 4:34 in the morning. Bob's going to join us in about 18 minutes. He'll have all of your real-time traffic. Erika.
Philadelphia's Catholic Archdiocese faces another lawsuit related to the sexual abuse scandal. The family of a former altar boy who committed suicide plans to file a wrongful death suit today. Attorneys for the family say the boy killed himself after his allegation against a priest was dismissed. The Archdiocese has declined comment. Meanwhile, a preliminary hearing will be held today for Sean Warwick. The 27-year-old is accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, Tiffany Barnhill, and her cousin, Mercedes Ivory. The women were found shot to death on Valentine's Day inside a home on the 5400 block of Rutland Street in Oxford Circle.
President Obama heads to Bucks County this afternoon for an appearance at Gamesa Technology in Fairless Hills. Now, he's holding a town hall meeting about building a clean energy economy. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, the president is calling on lawmakers from both sides to end the stalemate surrounding budget talks. It's necessary to avoid a federal government shutdown on Friday.
Myself, Joe Biden, my team, we are prepared to meet for as long as possible to get this resolved.
The president also says it's inexcusable for lawmakers to fail to reach an agreement to avoid a shutdown. Leaders from both sides are warning party members to get ready in case there is no deal. Now, if the government does shut down, the Defense Department has not yet decided if U.S. troops at war will get their paychecks.
Today, lawmakers throughout the political spectrum are expected to attend the funeral of former New Jersey Congressman John Adler. It's scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon in Cherry Hill. Adler, a Democrat who also served in the New Jersey State Senate, died Monday at age 51. He underwent emergency heart surgery last month following an infection. Last November, Adler lost to former Eagle John Runyon in New Jersey's 3rd Congressional District. The father who championed Megan's Law in New Jersey is now running for the state Senate. Richard Kanka announced his candidacy as a Republican in the 14th District, which covers parts of Mercer and Middlesex counties.
I'm not a politician looking for a promotion. I am a hardworking, middle-class family guy who believes in New Jersey and trying to find ways to make it better.
Kanka called for fiscal discipline and pro-growth policies to create jobs. He's the father of Megan Kanka. The 7-year-old girl was raped and murdered in Hamilton by a convicted sex offender nearly 17 years ago. We have much more to come on this morning on CBS3 Eyewitness News. An encouraging sign at the nuclear power plant severely damaged during the disaster in Japan.
And he's part of the best pitching lineup in the major leagues, but he wasn't at his best last night. Kid Cole gets kicked around a bit. That's next in sports.
When you get in your car this morning, here's some of the stories our sister station, KYW News Radio 1060, will be following. A Pennsylvania lawmaker wants to end mandatory payment of union dues as a condition of employment in the state. But how will Harrisburg tackle the issue? They'll have that story, as well as looking at the economy through green-colored glasses. How do tourism promoters come up with projected figures? And as it gets warmer, we get ready for spring cleaning, but don't stop with your closets. For more on your morning commute, just tune in to KYW News Radio 1060. Ukee?
In sports, the Phillies will lose some games this season despite earlier predictions of a wishful undefeated season. Last night, a clunker against the Mets. The fourth ace, Cole Hamels, getting his first start of the season, and it didn't take the Mets long to get to him. David Wright drops one into left field, and 2 runners would score. One of them the pitcher, who got a leadoff single off Cole. The Mets add on. Hamels allows 6 runs in 2 2/3 innings on the way to a 7-1 loss for the Phils. Phils and Mets again tonight. No ordinary Joe Blant will be on the mound. Well, for the first time since March, both sides in the NFL lockout face each other once again today, this time, though, in court. Attorneys for players say the lockout is causing them, quote, irreparable harm. Players and retirees have also filed antitrust lawsuits against the league. The NFL contends the players' union negotiated in bad faith. Time to get the buzz in sports from Angelo Cataldi at WIP. Angelo, your remote probably took a beating last night, and so did our teams.
Hey,
there it is.
Here's what you should have done with the remote about 8:30, 8:45.
Just toss
Throw it away.
I knew it. I hear you.
It was a horrible, horrible
night. It was
night.
rough.
I'll go through all 3 of the games real quickly. I'll start with the Phillies. 3rd inning, 3-0 team. Cole Hamels gives up 6 runs. He gets booed out of the building. They booed him off the mound. Now, there's already a debate. Is that proper behavior by a Philadelphia sports fan? I'll give you the answer to that. Yeah, it's a Philadelphia sports fan. That was pitiful last night. Hamels had an awful spring, and a brutal night last night. You know what? He's got to get this straightened out. We have a historically great pitching staff, but not if he stinks.
Right.
He's got to wake up.
Yes,
and you know what? Charlie needs a little quicker hook, too, because it was pretty obvious he did not have it last night at Citizens Bank Park. Then we get to the Flyers.
Ooh.
Can you help me with this?
I'll try.
How do you get to the end of a season that you've established that you're the best team of your conference and blow it all in the last couple of weeks because you're not showing up for games? Does anybody understand that?
I heard Coach Laviolette say this is extremely alarming.
Very right. Yeah. Well, you know what, Coach Laviolette? You're a great motivator. That's why you're their coach. How about you motivate? This team hasn't shown up for a month now, Uke. And then we get to your Sixers.
Yes, sir.
And they really have won over our city with the way they played, right?
They have.
But you watch a game like last night. Remember, the Celtics hadn't been playing well, and the Sixers are like amazed that they're even in the same building with them. Go out and beat these guys. Say to these guys before the playoffs, we're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Don't think we're just going to be happy to be there. Last night they were happy to be there, and they lose too. This is not going to be tolerated. Yeah, I got one final word, Uke. You want to hear my last word?
What's
Here
that?
it is. You ready?
Go for it.
This is a word these teams know. Here it is. Boo! Boo!
Angelo, we'll see you on the radio one more time.
Boo!
Angelo checks in with the buzz, booze and all, every morning right here on Eyewitness News, or you can listen to Ange and his morning team on AM radio 610 WIP every weekday from 5:30 till 10 a.m.
It's 4:43 time for your weather. He's really good at that booing. He's really good at that down pat.
He's a booing pro. A rough night last night in Ophir. Hopefully a better weather day. Rough night.
Very rough night. But, well, the weather does look a little bit better today, especially for the first half of the day. And the showers that come through later this evening may try to stay just a little bit to the north of the city. I think we'll definitely see them in the Lehigh Valley and the Poconos. Could be a couple of showers, so plan for bringing the poncho if you're heading down to the ballpark tonight. But it's not going to be horrible. So
Good.
We'll take not horrible.
Yes, we will take not horrible any day of the week, because yesterday was kind of horrible. But let's take a look outside on Live Mega Doppler 3. Not a whole lot going on right now. That's the next push of showers that you see over there over portions of Michigan and the Great Lakes. Some showers moving through Detroit right now. That's what will eventually threaten us later this afternoon. But it's not here yet, and we're actually going to start off the day with a good amount of sunshine. But we'll time it out for you on future weather. I'll show you what these showers are going to do as we go through the day. Notice, through the morning, this is 10 a.m. Not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be a lovely start to the day. But then, here it comes. This is 6 o'clock this evening, and notice the line of showers just north of Philadelphia. Allentown seeing some showers, Reading as well, even perhaps some snow showers from Mount Pocono on northward. Then as we head into around midnight, we do still have some showers lingering. Again, it's not heavy rain, but hit or miss showers here and there. So this evening, you want to plan for the umbrella. Tomorrow morning, some clouds, maybe a few spotty showers. Tomorrow, I think we see more clouds than sunshine through most of the day and can't rule out a shower, but it's still relatively mild. You see these little blips here at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Not a huge deal, but again, can't rule it out. So current temperatures right now, it's a chilly, clear start to the morning. 33 in Allentown, 35 in Center City. We're on our way to a pretty seasonable 59 degrees out there today. And we'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, Kate, thank you. Encouraging news in Japan this morning. The owner of the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant says radioactive water has stopped leaking into the ocean. The leak was discovered Saturday when the surrounding seawater tested 7 million times higher than the legal limit on radiation. New limits on the radioactivity in fish were imposed, but fishermen say fear alone could destroy their business. West Virginians paused to mark the first anniversary of the Upper Big Branch mine disaster. 29 workers died in the mine explosion, the deadliest mining accident in 30 years. A private memorial service in Whitesville drew more than 120 of the victims' relatives. Federal mining officials say that explosion happened when methane gas caught fire, which then ignited coal dust.
And still ahead on Eyewitness News this morning, guess who's cashing in on the royal wedding now?
People that make those little collectible plates?
We'll let you know.
Okay.
I know. Could be.
But first, here's what's coming up tonight on CBS3. Here's a look at this morning's headlines. A Swarthmore College student and friend are recovering from injuries suffered when they were beaten by a group of teenagers on the school's campus. Investigators say that the attack may have been sparked by homophobia. Police say no arrests have been made.
5 people are also recovering from injuries after a SEPTA bus and a car collide in Hunting Park. The crash happened after 2 this morning on Roosevelt Boulevard. We're told the injuries are not serious.
President Obama visits Fairless Hills, Bucks County this afternoon. He'll conduct a town hall meeting on clean energy and the economy at Gamesa Technology. He visited this same tech firm during his campaign for president back in 2008.
4:49. Time to take care of business right now.
Money Watch's Ashley Morrison joins us now from New York. Good morning, Ashley.
Morning.
Good morning, Ukee and Erika.
And we like some positive news to start our morning off. So we have some good news on the jobs front.
Yep.
That's right, and we will take it. Well, more companies say they plan to hire workers this spring. In fact, according to a CareerBuilder.com survey, hiring will actually be the strongest that it's been in 3 years. According to the survey, tech, healthcare, financial services, and manufacturing companies plan to do the most hiring, including Dell, AT&T, and Aflac. So some positive news for those out looking for a job right now. We've been waiting a long time to hear some of this good news we're getting finally.
Indeed. All right, well, let's take it across the pond now, and apparently just about every business is trying to cash in on the royal wedding. What's going on?
Yes, just about every business. When you thought that they couldn't think of anything else, now the makers of Pez candy dispensers have created a special pair in the likeness of Britain's Prince William and his fiancée Kate Middleton. Pez makes around 80 million dispensers a year, but unlike these other popular models, William and Kate will not dispense the sweets through their mouths. They're actually created so that their whole heads bend back, and I don't know, I think that's a little more creepy. Or maybe it's supposed to be more dignified, but I don't know, the whole head
so
just
the candy comes out of their
throat,
comes out of their neck. The candy comes out the neck.
Right.
I'd be more
It's more
comfortable with the torso
dignified.
candy, personally.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
There
oh, well.
you go.
Seems less
They'll
creepy.
probably sell like hotcakes.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know. All
It
right.
could be worse.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks,
Ashley.
Ash. Have a good day.
See ya.
Coming up after a short break, another check of your traffic and your weather on the 3.
We'll be right back. Coming up on 4:53, time for traffic and weather on the 3s. Morning, Bob.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway to the weekend, and crews are still out here along 202. This is a live look of right near the Paoli Pike interchange. The stretch between pretty much 322 all the way up through Westchester, all part of overnight road work that's out there. So just be ready to hit the brakes as you roll on through. Let's go out to 476, another active work zone here. Northbound, you can see all the crews in the background here between the Schuylkill Expressway and Mid-County. They're pretty good at packing up by the time we hit that 6 o'clock hour. To the maps we go. They're working on the turnpike both directions here between Downingtown and Valley Forge. A little slow going here along 202 between Malvern heading up toward the King of Prussia area, especially in the areas where we don't have those overhead street lamps this early in the morning when it's nice and dark out there. North along I-95, crews are out here along Street Road if you're heading up toward Bucks County. And then some overnight crews are still out along the New Jersey Turnpike in both directions near exit number 7A. I know yesterday morning for the rush hour, we had a rough go on the turnpike with 2 fatal accidents. I'm happy to report that all of the lanes are open this morning. South on the turnpike, you're good to go between exits number 4 and exits number 2. SEPTA, Patco, Amtrak, all running with no reported delays. Kate, I don't see any green craziness on your Mega Doppler screen back there, so that looks like thumbs up for today?
Yes, that's always a good thing. Thumbs up for now. Later this afternoon, we're going to have to keep an eye to the sky, but for now, things look A-OK. Let's take a look at that live Mega Doppler 3 picture. And remember, yesterday we had the reds, the greens, the whole 9 yards as that cold front was ripping across the region. Now we have a disturbance up across the Great Lakes. Notice some showers streaking out toward Cleveland. That's still well away from us. We've got some real estate between us and that system. But later this afternoon, a few showers. Most of it's going to stay off to our north, but I can't rule out a spotty shower here or there. Here in Philadelphia, point southward, less of a chance. As you head north of the city, up toward the Lehigh Valley, a better chance for showers this afternoon. So plan for it. You may need the windshield wipers on your way home if you're driving through one of those little pockets of showers, but it's not a heavy rain like what we saw yesterday. Today, a sunny start, then clouds roll in a little bit this afternoon. Threat for showers, 55 to 59 degrees, which is pretty seasonable. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Again, a chance of showers here and there overnight. 40 to 45 degrees will be the overnight low range. Not feeling all that bad. Not as chilly as tonight. Tomorrow, we'll get to 60, partly sunny, but again, can't rule out a shower or 2. Friday, a better chance for rain showers, and it's a chilly Friday, 51 degrees, but we're back in the 70s by Sunday. And now we'll send it up to you guys.
Bring it. Thank you, Kate. Well, here's some of the stories our sister station, KYW News Radio 1060, will be following for you today. Union dues become a hot potato in Harrisburg as a Pennsylvania lawmaker pushes a bill that would end them as a condition of getting a job. Traffic cams are in plain sight throughout the region, but the American Civil Liberties Union seeks to draw the line at where safety ends and privacy begins. And a complete house cleaning might be on your to-do list this spring, perhaps including your social networks. Check in 2, 3, 4 times a day on News Radio 1060. Give him 22 minutes, he'll give you the world.
That sounds a little harsh, cleaning out your social network.
I know. Some folks have a lot of cleaning to do. A rock legend hits the stage in South Philly.
And the crowd dances to her tunes. Such a distinctive voice. That's Stevie Nicks at the Wells Fargo Center, backed by an incredible band of musicians and stage production. She's teamed up with rock star Rod Stewart for the Heart and Soul Tour.
They are going strong. Big crowds. Love that music.
Coming up the next half hour, CBS3 Eyewitness News, uprooted trees and downed power lines. People throughout the Philadelphia region have a cleanup job after nature throws a tantrum.
And what's more likely to depress you, a good book or listening to music? The answer coming up on Eyewitness News. Good morning, family. See you in a bit. A local college campus is the scene of an investigation this morning after 2 students are kicked, beaten, and stomped on, and some are calling the attack a hate crime. Your morning news starts now.
Now, in high definition, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
And it's Wednesday, the 6th of April. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ukee, Washington.
And I'm Erika von Tiehl. Here's a look at other top stories this morning. A SEPTA bus crashes into a car overnight and leaves 5 people with injuries this morning.
And the clock is ticking towards a possible government shutdown as President Obama prepares to visit our area and do it today. Kate?
Well, a lot of folks left without power across portions of the area doing some cleanup after the trees down from yesterday's storm. The good news is today it's a lot more tranquil as we look out over Center City. Still dark out there, but we are heading quickly towards sunrise and we'll start the day off on a bright note. Bob?
Okay, we're starting the morning off on the bright note as far as the roadways go. A live look here at the Schuylkill Expressway. No problems between Conchie and downtown. Only a 14-minute trip. What? With a presidential visit on tap for today, motorcade delays expected. I'll have all the detours and the details coming up next. Ukee, back over to you.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, everyone. New this morning, a SEPTA bus collides with a car, sending 5 people to the hospital. It happened just after 2 o'clock this morning in the southbound lanes of the Roosevelt Boulevard in Hunting Park. The injuries are being described as minor. Police are still investigating how this accident happened and if charges will be filed. The driver in this mangled Acura is critically injured and his passenger has been killed. Sources say the driver stole the Acura in Upper Darby and crashed head-on with another car while trying to elude police last night. A pedestrian near the crash scene at 58th and Chester Avenue in King Sessing was injured, as well as 2 people inside the other car. Well, police say homophobia may have prompted an attack on 2 men at a college in Delaware County. The victims were beaten at Swarthmore College early Sunday. Eyewitness News reporter Dre Clark joins us now at the college with more on the story. Dre, good morning.
Good morning, Ukee. This is especially troubling because this kind of thing just does not happen on the Swarthmore College campus. The campus is very liberal and the students are very tolerant. So there is a pressing need to know for who did this and why. On the Swarthmore College campus in Delaware County, students are looking over their shoulders. The attacks on a fellow student and his friend has rattled the safe sense of security students normally have here.
Really, really upsetting. It's sad.
College officials say the student and his friend were attacked early Sunday here at Mertz Field on the campus, where they were reportedly being affectionate. They were punched, kicked, and stomped. It's believed 5 males and a female were involved in the assault, and the assault may have been spawned by homophobia.
We're lucky being at Swarthmore College because Swarthmore focuses a lot on being tolerant and open to a lot of things, including sexual orientation and expression.
I was just really surprised because it normally is such a safe campus and safe surrounding area, and people are so tolerant of whatever choices people make.
A dean at the college notified students in a letter that both victims are fine after being treated for their injuries at the hospital. But until an arrest is made and students have a full understanding or explanation for why the attack happened, no one really feels safe. For now, this campus's sense of security has been seriously compromised.
I haven't been being out as much late at night, and trying to ask people to walk me home.
Now, this attack happens just a few days after a federal initiative is launched to help campus communities better deal with or prevent attacks of a sexual nature here on campus. Meanwhile, police are still looking for those individuals who may have been involved in that attack, and they're asking anyone who has any information to give Swarthmore Police a call. We're live in Swarthmore, Delaware County. Dre Clark, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Dre, thank you. 5:03, time for traffic and weather together on the 3s. Morning, Kate.
Good morning to you, Erica. Good morning, everyone. We've got a pretty quiet start to the day on the way, but later this afternoon, we got to keep an eye to the sky. A couple of showers may try to roll through, especially north of Philadelphia. We'll take a look at future weather coming up in just a minute. First, I want to start off with what's happening right now, and what better place to look at that than live Mega Doppler 3, showing a storm, a weak disturbance moving across the Great Lakes. It's going to try to slip toward the northeast later this afternoon and evening, but again, not a lot with it. It's not a major rainstorm, and it's not going to get here at least until afternoon. So until then, we've got clear skies and sunshine to start the day. Future weather will time it out for us. Here we go, 5 a.m. Just a few clouds in the sky, not bad. 10 a.m. we're sunny and bright, looking fine. Then notice by 3, 4, 5 o'clock, a few showers start to skate by north of here, mainly Reading up toward Allentown, Mount Pocono. There could be a couple of showers here and there through the Phillies game, most likely off to the north, but this is midnight and still the threat for showers across the region right into tomorrow morning. Then the clouds will try to break for a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, current temperatures 38 in the city, and it's a chilly 32 in Allentown, so you will need to bundle up today. We'll get to near 60 later this afternoon. Now we'll send it over to Bob. Good morning, Bob.
Hi, Kate. Morning, everybody. 5:04 on this Wednesday morning. We're off to a pretty good start. Nice and quiet out there. Let's go outside, check some of the jam cams. First of all, we'll begin here with 476 in the work zone. Crews between the Schuylkill Expressway and the Mid-County tolls. They're usually out there till about 6 o'clock or so. Let's check in with the Ben Franklin coming in from South Jersey. No problems or delays at all from the Camden Toll Plaza in through downtown. Now to the maps we go. Presidential visit on tap here for today. President expect to arrive in our area after lunchtime into Philadelphia International. He's heading up toward Fairless Hills. So just watch for some motorcade madness throughout the second part of our afternoon between lunchtime and say 4 o'clock between the airport and Bucks County. Give yourself some extra time if you're going to be out on the roadways with the delays. And then right now north on the New Jersey Turnpike, crews are working near the Heightstown interchange. They're also still working in both directions near exit number 6. That's for the Turnpike Connector Bridge. Mass Transit, SEPTA, Patco, Amtrak, all running with no reported delays. Ukee and Erika, back over to you.
Bob, thank you. Family and friends will say goodbye to former New Jersey Congressman John Adler today. His funeral will be held at 1:30 this afternoon at Temple Emanuel in Cherry Hill. Adler, a Democrat, died Monday at age 51. He underwent emergency heart surgery last month following an infection. Adler was defeated by former Eagle John Runyon in November's New Jersey's 3rd Congressional District. President Obama will be in our area today. He'll visit Gamesa Technology in Fairless Hills, Bucks County. The president will hold a town hall meeting about building a clean energy economy. Meantime, on Capitol Hill, President Obama is calling on lawmakers from both sides to end a stalemate surrounding budget talks. It's necessary to avoid a federal government shutdown on Friday. CBS News correspondent Joel Brown has the latest.
Hello, everybody. President Obama is putting the pressure on lawmakers to hammer out a budget deal.
Nobody gets 100% of what they want.
The president says he'll summon congressional leaders to the White House every day until an agreement is reached. But time is running out. If a budget's not passed by midnight Friday, the federal government will be forced to shut down. House Speaker John Boehner says both sides are still far apart.
Now, we're not going to allow the Senate nor the White House to put us in a box where we have to make a choice between two bad options.
Democrats agreed on $33 billion in cuts. That's a little more than half of what the GOP was asking for, but Republicans say it's still not enough.
They talk about compromise, but their goal is to shrink government up so small they can drown it in a bathtub.
The GOP floated the idea of another short-term extension to keep the government running, but the White House rejected it. If the government does shut down, not everyone stays home. Most of the nation's 4.4 million federal employees are considered essential and will continue to work. But hundreds of thousands of non-essential workers will stay home. Social Security checks will still be mailed, but federal tax refunds could be delayed. And the Pentagon says it hasn't figured out how paychecks would be affected for U.S. troops, including 146,000 service members in Iraq and Afghanistan. In Washington, Joel Brown, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
Former Pennsylvania Congressman Curt Weldon is in Libya, where he will try to talk Muammar Gaddafi into stepping down. Weldon says they have plans to meet in Tripoli later today. In an op-ed piece for the New York Times, the Republican wrote that it would be very hard to bomb Gaddafi into submission and called for an immediate United Nations monitored ceasefire. Weldon met with the leader in 2004 to support his decision to abandon Libya's nuclear weapons program. Well, the badly damaged Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant has stopped leaking radioactive water into the ocean. Now, the leak was discovered Saturday when the surrounding seawater tested 7 million times higher, the legal limit of radiation. New limits on the radioactivity in fish were imposed. Now, fishermen are worried, very worried about the long-term impact on the industry.
5:08 right now. We're getting a closer look at the section of a Southwest Airlines jet that cracked open in mid-flight. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board displayed that metal piece right there. It was cut out of the plane's fuselage for analysis. Fatigue cracks led to the tear on the flight from Phoenix to Sacramento, prompting an emergency landing in Yuma. The Southwest jet involved is 15 years old and has completed 39,000 takeoffs and landings. Now, Southwest finished inspections on older Model 737s in its fleet. Those inspections were an emergency order by the FAA. The airline found cracks in 5 other planes. The new inspection order affects 175 planes. Southwest owns 87. And our coverage of the scare in the air continues online. You can go to our website, cbsphilly.com, and we'll link you to CBS News for the very latest information.
Well, coming up next on Eyewitness News this morning, from winning to tiger blood. Charlie Sheen has had a lot of memorable quotes lately. Yeah. Well, now a company is looking to make money off of them.
Also ahead, Bristol Palin's making some big bucks. Hear how much money she's being paid for her teen pregnancy campaign.
And lots of cleanup this morning from some powerful weather yesterday. We'll show you some of the worst storm damage. Kate?
And the good news is the weather looks a lot quieter today. We'll have some sunshine to start the day, but we'll have to keep an eye to the sky a little later. I'll tell you why coming up with the Eyewitness weather forecast. Bob?
Hey, Kate, good morning, everybody. 5:09 on this Wednesday morning. We're in pretty good shape as we go flying north on that 42 freeway heading in toward the Walt Whitman Bridge. Watch for some construction out along 295. We'll check in with the airport and mass transit. That and more when we come right back.
Most customers have their power back on after a storm that brought heavy downpours and winds yesterday. A huge tree was uprooted on Winston Road in Chestnut Hill, blocking the road and narrowly missing cars. The tree snapped a utility pole and tore down electrical wires. Some neighbors were watching as this happened.
Well, I saw a flash, the window, a big flash, more flash than anything else. And it's like boom, and that was it. Really fast.
Pico crews arrived and restored power to the 5-block area. No one was hurt and no houses or cars were damaged. Now, the South is cleaning up following a round of violent weather. The National Weather Service has confirmed 8 tornadoes in several states. 9 people were killed, including a man and his 4-year-old son. They were killed by a tree that fell on their home. Georgia alone is reporting at least $32 million in storm damage.
Time is 5:13. Traffic and weather on the 3s. And I told people on my Facebook page that you said hit or miss showers today, right?
Hit or miss, exactly.
Hit or miss, okay. All right.
I'm using the golf lingo since it's Masters Week, of course.
Yes, it is.
And Georgia did have some nasty severe weather, but it looks nice for the forecast for the tournament later this week. Getting your swing ready. All right, nice. You should just
bring it.
Enroll in the tournament.
Yeah, right.
It's not that easy to just enroll in the tournament. Let's take a look at what things are doing around here. The South looks fine for the next couple of days, but the problem is we've got a few weak disturbances, a series of disturbances tracking across our area as we go through the end of the week. Here's the first one that we're looking at, moving through the Great Lakes right now. That's this, and it is going to start to skate south and eastward as we go through the course of the day. But the main thrust of these showers, what you see right here, should try to stay off to our north as we go through most of this afternoon. So I think if you're in Allentown, Bethlehem East, and up toward Mount Pocono, you'll have a better chance of seeing some late afternoon or evening showers from this. There may be a few hit or miss spotty showers, like we said, here in Philadelphia later today as well. A look at temperatures right now. It's a chilly start to your morning. 32 right now in Allentown, 37 in Trenton, 32 in Millville, and 36 in Wilmington. Philadelphia Airport's at 38 degrees. We may drop a couple of degrees before sunrise, but then With sunshine, we're going to start to warm it up pretty nicely. And in fact, our high of 59 today is right about where we should be for this time of the year. But a few more clouds later this afternoon, maybe a late day shower or two. Tomorrow, partly sunny, more clouds than sun. And again, can't rule out a stray shower, but then a better chance for rain. And it's a chilly day on Friday. Now here's Bob with a check on the roads. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Kate. Good morning, everybody. 5:14 Wednesday morning. We're halfway to the weekend. Come on, let's go to South Philadelphia, where the joint was jumping last night. We had that Rod Stewart, Stephen Hicks concert. That's it, Kate. Yeah, joint was jumping. And we also had Phillies game across the street. So this interchange here was active. This is the 95 off-ramp to Broad Street. No problems up and down I-95. Let's go to the Schuylkill Expressway. Looking good near the Roosevelt Boulevard. This fella coming into downtown Philadelphia. No problems from end to end. But to the maps we go. Crews are working today on the Front Street ramps to northbound I-95. The last couple of nights they've been closing the southbound ramps, all part of they're repairing some of the potholes and the speed bumps that are along the way. So from South Philadelphia, instead of accessing 95 here at Front Street, you'll just go over to Broad Street, so a few extra minutes along the way. So far so good at the airport on arrivals and departures, but at arrival later on at around 1 o'clock, Air Force One, President coming in to visit our area today. So when he touches down here at Philly International, between 1 and 4, expect motorcade delays in our area as he's heading up here toward Fairless Hills. So keep that in mind in the afternoon hours if you're going to be out on the roadways. 70, 73, 38 in South Jersey, all in good shape at the moment, and mass transit running with no reported delays. Ukee and Erika, back over to you.
Thank you, sir. Well, taxpayers show just how much Bristol Palin earns as teen pregnancy ambassador.
Sarah Palin's oldest daughter raked in $262,000 for her work with the nonprofit New York's Candies Foundation. Bristol gave birth to her son Tripp 2 years ago when she was 18. Despite attempts at a reconciliation, she remains split from the boy's father, Levi Johnston.
Charlie Sheen's show was a winner in Cleveland last night. The crowd went wild when they saw him wearing an Indians jersey like the one he wore in the 80s hit Major League. While on the road, the troubled actor took steps to trademark 22 of his catchphrases, among them Vatican Assassin, Tiger Blood, Sober Valley Lodge, and Rockstar from Mars.
That Rockstar from Mars is a new one for me.
You know what? It's working for him, I guess.
Where does he get this? Like Mad Libs, you know? Like, find a noun. Okay.
Charlie, come on, man.
I know. Coming up next, depression and a link to how teens spend their spare time.
And getting paid to lose weight. Some workers are really cashing in on a new diet trend. That and more on the other side. Good morning. On the Health Watch this morning, eating soy does not increase the risk of breast cancer recurrence.
Researchers analyzed data from more than 18,000 breast cancer survivors, and they found that those who ate soy were the least likely to have their cancer return. For years, doctors have debated whether soy increases the chances of breast cancer coming back.
People who suffer from sleep apnea could be at risk for a stroke. A Spanish study followed close to 400 seniors over 6 years. Those who had the most severe cases of the sleeping disorder were more than twice as likely to suffer a stroke.
And teens who spend more time listening to music than reading books are more likely to suffer from depression. A new study found that young people who spend a lot of time listening to music are 8 times more likely to be depressed. Now, it's not clear whether depressed people listen to music to escape or whether spending too much time listening to music can lead to depression.
Well, a Florida credit union is paying its employees to lose weight. That is.
Wow. Magnify Credit Union in Lakeland is holding a weight loss contest. The biggest loser will get the fattest check for $700. So why is the company doing this?
A healthy employee is not calling in sick. A healthy employee is more productive at work.
That contest has been going on for 3 weeks, and the employees say they are seeing some nice results. Nice incentive, little motivation there.
Indeed. How you doing in our weight challenge? We have our weight challenge thing going here at the station.
3 pounds.
3? Come on, I'm down 13.
Braggart.
Still ahead. A busy night in sports as the Flyers. What are you looking at, Bob?
Yeah.
A busy night in sports as the Flyers try to stay atop the Eastern Conference. That's right. I'm fired up. and it was, now Kate's chiming in over there. And it was the season debut for Cole Hamels, but one in which he would like to forget. Sports coming up.
And we want to take you outside right now to Drexel Park in University City. Bob and Kate return with your traffic and weather together when we come right back.
Traffic and weather on the 3s. It's 5:23. Hey, Kate.
Hey, Ukee, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We've got a pretty quiet start to the day out there today, a lot different than how we started off yesterday, so that's some good news. But we do have some changes to tell you about as a weak disturbance moves from the Great Lakes toward the Mid-Atlantic states in the Northeast this afternoon. So there it is on Live Mega Doppler 3, Detroit and Cleveland in the sights of that system right now. Not a lot with it. Again, it's weak, just a few showers. That'll mainly stay to the north of the city into this evening, but we do have the chance. Current temperature is right around freezing in Allentown. It's 28 for Mount Pocono, 38 at the airport, and a chilly 32 in Millville. So a cold morning, but a pretty decent afternoon. 55 to 59, a sunny start, but watch for a few more clouds later this afternoon or evening, and maybe some evening showers. Now we'll send it over to Bob for a check on the roads. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Kate. Morning, everybody. 524. Some work crews are still out on our major roadways, like right here behind me. The Blue Route 476. A live look from our camera that's perched above the Schuylkill. There are folks on the right heading northbound between the Schuylkill Expressway and Mid-County. Till about 6 o'clock, watch for some delays. To the maps we go. Good morning to Delaware. Looking good along I-95 and 495, but smack in the middle there, A and Market. Watch for crews. They'll be out there during the day, and construction crews out in Trooper at Ridge and Park Avenue. A double bubble in the stadium tonight. 2 games, both against New York teams. We got the Mets and the Knicks playing the Phillies and the Sixers. Yes, I say we shut down the bridges and prevent everybody from getting in. They won't be able to come down the turnpike. The New York fans will not be able to get into Philadelphia. I'm going to make a phone call and get on for that. Here's Ukee now with a look at sports.
Sounds like a plan. Well, the Phillies take on the Mets again tonight, looking to make up for their first loss of the young season. It was the first start of the season for Cole Hamels last night, and Cole did not fare too well. Third inning, and David Wright's RBI would score a couple of runs. Now, one of the base runners is the Mets pitcher, who had 2 hits in the inning. The Mets score 6 in the third and coast to a 7-1 victory. Manager Charlie Manuel is not concerned, though, about Hamels' outing.
Really, I'm not worried about him. He's going to be fine. I mean, this is one game, and of course, I didn't want to lose the game tonight, and he didn't either. But this is one game. He'll be fine.
All right, we'll be watching. Thank you, Charlie. The Flyers are fighting to stay in first place in the East and went south north of the border. Yeah, they did. The Flyers took a lead in the second period when Mike Richards scores his second goal of the game, but the lead would not last. The Senators scored twice in a little more than a minute and beat the Fly Guys 5-2 for their 4th straight loss. The Caps win, so they take over first place in the conference. Flyers are off now till Friday. Not a great night in Philly sports overall. The Sixers in Boston for their last road game of the season. The regular season, the Sixers playing without Lou Williams, so young Evan Turner getting in his minutes. Turner led the Sixers with 21 points, but the Celtics were in command all night long. They pulled on Lionel Richie all night long. Paul Pierce had 18, Rajon Rondo 16. The Celtics cruised 99-82. Sixers have the Knicks once again at the Well in South Philly tonight. The college hoops, the women's title game in Indianapolis. Danielle Adams scored 22 over 30 in the second half to lead Texas A&M to its first ever national title. A&M beat Notre Dame 76-70. Congrats to the Lady Aggies, the Fighting Irish, and all the teams in the tournament. Hey, we get the biggest opinion in Philadelphia sports from the biggest Philadelphia voice, and that's Angelo Cataldi, 610 WIP.
Hi, this is Angelo Cataldi here at WIP Radio. They were booing last night in South Philly, and we're going to boo even louder this morning as all 3 of our pro teams fail. Don't miss the buzz right here on Eyewitness News.
He's looking pretty angry. The NFL and the Players Union are in court today. It's the first time they have met face-to-face since last month. More sports in our next hour. Then again tonight on Eyewitness News with the sports crew at 4, 6, and 11 o'clock. Erika.
Love the Lionel Richie toss in there.
Oh, yeah, all night long. All night long.
Coming up in the next half hour, bird watching. It doesn't just mean those eagles on the internet. We'll tell you about a local place with a hawk and her eggs about to hatch.
And imagine this, somebody paying your mortgage. It's a new company's proposal, but of course there is a catch. We'll tell you all about it when we come back in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, family. See you in a bit.
Now, in high definition, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, April 6th. Welcome back to CBS3 Eyewitness News. I'm Erika von Tiehl.
And I'm Ukee Washington. Here's the rest of our crew. Kate Bible's in the Weather Center for you.
And Bob Kelly's checking on those roads. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. What a difference 24 hours makes, huh? No rain in our jam cams here. Some construction crews are getting some work done with some ramp closures. I'll have those details coming up next. But thumbs up or down for today, Kate? What do you think?
I would give it a tentative thumbs up, maybe you a thumb to the side.
Thumbs to the side?
It's going to be a really nice, most of the day is going to look really nice, but then as you head toward the evening, things could change a little bit. I'll have details on that coming up. Let's take a live look in Atlantic City from the New York Avenue Elementary School. All those kids probably still in bed right now, but it's 37 degrees there. Big difference in temperatures from yesterday morning as well. We started off yesterday morning near 70. This morning, in the middle 30s across portions of the region. I'll have your forecast coming up. Bob?
Hey, Kate, morning, everybody. 5:30 as we begin our Wednesday morning. In good shape on most of our major roadways. Let's go outside to a live look. One of our PennDOT cameras. Good morning to Northeast Philly. I-95 on the southbound side. No delays between Woodhaven and Center City, Philadelphia, but that will not be the case later on today as a presidential visit on tap for our area. I'll have all the details. Well, coming up next. Erika, good morning.
Bob, good morning. Police are calling an attack at a Delaware County campus a possible hate crime. 2 men were beaten at Swarthmore College early Sunday. Eyewitness News reporter Drake Clark joins us now from the college with the details. Drake, good morning.
Good morning, Erika. The 2 victims are going to be fine, but that's not good enough for students on this Swarthmore College campus. They want to know who did this and why, and if, in fact, this was indeed a hate crime. Swarthmore College is a campus where diversity and tolerance is celebrated, a place where students feel safe. But last Sunday, that sense of innocence was lost after a student and his friend were attacked on campus. College officials say the student and his friend were attacked early Sunday here at Mertz Field on the campus where they were reportedly being affectionate. They were punched, kicked, and stomped. It's believed 5 males and a female were involved in the assault, and the assault may have been spawned by homophobia.
We're lucky being at Swarthmore College because Swarthmore focuses a lot on being tolerant and open to a lot of things, including sexual orientation and expression.
I was just really surprised because it normally is such a safe campus and safe surrounding area, and people are so tolerant of whatever choices people make.
A dean at the college notified students in a letter that both victims are fine after being treated for their injuries. But until an arrest is made and students have a full understanding or explanation for why the attack happened, no one feels safe. For now, this campus's sense of security has been seriously compromised.
I mean, it's an open campus. You know, we don't have walls, and it's nice to not have walls, and we like that. It's just one of the side effects of that decision.
Really, really upsetting. It's sad.
And students say this kind of thing certainly will not be tolerated because it's not part of the campus culture. Meanwhile, they say once these individuals are caught, they hope they will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. We're live in Swarthmore, Delaware County. Drake Clark, CBS3, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Drake. New this morning, 5 people are hurt when a SEPTA bus collides with a car. It happened just after 2 this morning in the southbound lanes of the Roosevelt Boulevard in Hunting Park. We're told their injuries are minor. The cause of this crash is still being looked into. Your time is now 5:33. Let's get to traffic and weather on the 3s and begin with Kate. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. Well, we've got a pretty decent day, at least to start, but later this afternoon, especially off to our north, there could be the threat of a couple of showers that'll roll on through. We'll take a look at what is causing that coming up in a bit on Live Mega Doppler 3. First, a live look. This is in Drexel Park, University City, looking out over the city where it's a bright and tranquil morning. Not bright yet, but it will be a bright and tranquil morning once that sun comes up and the day is getting longer and longer. As we well know, sunset tonight not until 7:30 p.m. Feeling pretty good. Very spring-like. Here's a look at Live Mega Doppler 3, and there's our next disturbance moving through the Great Lakes right now with some showers from Detroit streaking down toward Cleveland. And we'll show you this on the surface map. This will get here later this afternoon. Most of it will stay off to our north. Starting off with temperatures, though, quick look, 32 in Allentown. It's 38 in Center City, 36 in Reading. We were in the upper 60s at this time yesterday, so a 30-degree drop. Cool and unsettled conditions, though, over the next couple of days as we head through our Thursday. Things looking a-okay for tomorrow for the most part. And then on our Friday, well, we've got another chance for rain showers, and it will get a little bit colder. We'll break down your 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. For now, let's get a check on the roads with Bob Kelly. Hey, Bob.
Hi, Kate. Good morning, everyone. It's 5:34 on this Wednesday morning. Let's go out to 5 points. That's what we call it when it comes together. 309, 202, all up here in Montgomery County. So far, so good. Nice and quiet as we begin our morning rush hour. Let's go out to 422. A live look right near the 202 interchange. Folks coming in from Collegeville, Royersford. No problems or delays as yet. Just watch it. No overhead street lamps in this area. The deer are out out there again this morning. Now to the maps we go. An accident on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's the eastbound side, right into the Willow Grove interchange. Overnight crews are still working in South Philly. Tonight, though, they're working on, or I should say last night into this morning, they're working on the Front Street ramps to North 95. So you still want to use Broad Street to access 95 on that northbound side. Airport looking good, but the president coming to town today should touch down at around 1 o'clock at Philly International, and then expect motorcade delays as he's heading up here toward Fairless Hills. So some say 1 to 4, expect some motorcade delays, and just factor in some extra time and keep that in mind if you're going to be out after the lunchtime hours. 70, 73, 38, all in good shape at the moment, and mass transit running with no reported delays. Ukee and Erika, back over to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. 5:35 right now. And in business news this morning, get this, a company wants to pay your mortgage, but of course, there's a catch.
Oh, there's a catch. And your cell phone could soon replace your wallet. Money Watch's Ashley Morrison joins us now from up in New York. Hey, Ash.
Morning.
Good morning, Ukee and Erika. Well, it was another mixed day for the Asian markets. Tokyo's Nikkei dropped a fraction, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng went up a notch, and oil is still hovering at just over $108 a barrel. Today, Wall Street gets the very latest on retail sales. Stocks finished mixed on Tuesday after a quiet day of trading. The Dow finished down just 6 points, while the Nasdaq edged up 2. Get ready to leave your cash and cards at home. AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile have launched a pilot program to turn phones into mobile wallets. The phones will use a special chip that allows for wireless transfers when you swipe it across a scanner. The program will begin next year in Salt Lake City, Utah, where it will only work for bus and train fares. Air passengers may get a big break come summertime after raising prices in the past few months to cover increased fuel costs. The major airlines are hinting at a summer fare sale. The discounts may go as high as 50% on some domestic routes, but all the baggage fees and fuel surcharges will still apply. Billionaire adventurer Richard Branson is going deep. Branson says he plans to travel to the deepest parts of the world's oceans in a one-man submarine. 5 dives are planned for the jet-like submarine called the Virgin Oceanic. Branson plans to make the second one to the 28,000-foot Puerto Rico Trench. And an advertising firm is offering to pay your mortgage every month. There's just one catch. You have to turn your home into a massive billboard. Check that out. Ukee.com says houses must remain painted for at least 3 months. The deal can be extended for up to a year, and when it's over, they will paint your house back to its original color. I don't know what the neighbors are going to say about that.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I don't know if the homeowners association is going to greenlight that
there
one.
will be some meetings on that one, that's for sure.
Bringing down the neighborhood.
Thanks, Ash. Take care. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, coming up next this morning, 2 local stores are robbed at gunpoint. We'll tell you why police believe the same suspects may be responsible.
Also ahead, a thief charges thousands of dollars on a stolen credit card, then sends something to the victim to say thank you for the money.
And with the wedding right around the corner, we have seen a lot of royal collectibles lately, but this one may top them all. Kate?
Guys, I think I'd do the billboard thing if they painted like a Wawa coffee and a bagel on there, especially.
There you go.
Well, we've got a pretty tranquil start to our Wednesday, but could things change later this evening? I'll have details with the Eyewitness weather forecast. Stay there. We're coming right back.
Good morning, everyone. Philadelphia's Catholic Archdiocese faces another lawsuit related to the sexual abuse scandal. The family of a former altar boy who committed suicide plans to file a wrongful death suit today. Attorneys for the family say the boy killed himself after his allegation against a priest was dismissed. The Archdiocese has declined comment. Meanwhile, a preliminary hearing will be held today for Sean Warwick. The 27-year-old is accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, Tiffany Barnhill, and her cousin, Mercedes Ivory. The women were found shot to death on Valentine's Day inside a home on the 5400 block of Rutland Street in Oxford Circle.
New Jersey college campuses are on high alert after a man tried to lure a 19-year-old student into his car. A judge banned 68-year-old Tony Caddyrob from going on any college campus in New Jersey. He was released on bail after police arrested him for trying to abduct a Rider University student.
It was in the middle of the afternoon, and unfortunately, the student was able to get away and call public safety right away.
I'd actually seen him before, and I'd actually walked right past him before, and I had no idea, looking at him, that he was thinking the things that he was thinking.
Police say Caddyrob had no violent criminal history, but they're urging students all the same to be extra vigilant.
A 93-year-old woman from Philadelphia is recovering in the hospital after being stuck on her toilet for at least 2 days. Emergency crews were called to the Tioga Presbyterian Apartments. That's after the woman apparently missed a scheduled phone check-in with the Philadelphia Corporation of Aging. Every bathroom at the independent facility is equipped with an emergency pull cord, but a building official says the 93-year-old woman never pulled it.
Philadelphia police want to know if the same suspects are behind 2 armed robberies. In both, the suspects demanded and got the surveillance video before fleeing. Early Monday, the thieves robbed a Dollar General store in southwest Philadelphia. A female employee there was also sexually assaulted. Later in the day, the thieves robbed a nearby flower shop. An employee who didn't want to be identified talked to Eyewitness News.
He had ordered us to get in our walk-in cooler. Once he shut the door, we were locked in there. I just tried to do what they told me to do and, not to kind of make them angry.
And we want to show you some exclusive surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News. It shows 2 figures running away from the rear of the Dollar General.
An identity thief adds insult to injury with a thank you to his victim. Investigators say the thief charged $2,400 to a Rhode Island woman's credit card, but then went online and ordered $65 in flowers and then had them delivered to the victim's home. And the thief enclosed the card. Here's the only good news in this story. The victim will not be responsible for the charges. Your time is 5:43. Traffic and weather together. Here's Kate. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Ukee. Good morning, everyone. A live look out over Center City right now, looking pretty nice. And actually, the sky is already beginning to brighten just a little bit. I was just looking on our shore cam and seeing some light coming into the sky already. It's only 5:43. The day's getting longer. Now we're in the month of April, and we've got some pretty nice weather to talk about, at least for the first half of today. Let's take a look at Live Mega Doppler 3. I'll tell you why that could change later this afternoon. So right now, things looking fine. A little bit of a chilly morning, certainly. It's a clear morning, but you will need to bundle up when you leave the house. We do have a weak disturbance right here. This is coming in from the Great Lakes. Now, as it moves over the mountains, the higher terrain of central Pennsylvania, it'll lose some of its oomph, so to speak, but it will bring some showers, especially north of the city, by later this afternoon or evening. Meanwhile, temperatures on a clear morning with a light and diminishing wind, we see temperatures drop, and that's what we're feeling. 32 in Millville, 32 in Allentown, 28 in Mount Pocono, and 38 at the airport. Chilly morning for this time of the year. High pressure's in control, though. Sunshine to start the day, and then there's that disturbance. It's going to streak on in as we go through the day. Could bring a light band of showers to our north. By Friday, we've got another threat for rain. Tomorrow, kind of living on borrowed time. We'll see some sunshine out there peeking through the clouds. 55 to 59 today. Could be some showers north as the clouds increase. And then tomorrow, partly sunny, high near 60. Friday's a chilly rain. Saturday, we could see some showers in the afternoon, but then a warm up, 70 on Sunday and 75 by Monday. Monday's going to be a lot like this Monday, guys. It's going to be warm, but then thunderstorms could come through like later in the day or perhaps Monday night. But hey, a warm up.
Is that
He's feeling a little
cough?
Feeling a little.
You're looking a little peaked.
You know, by
Something
Monday.
coming down. By Monday, I could be in bed.
Yeah.
I know where you live. I know where you live.
Hey, guess what? Happy birthday to the Swanson TV dinner.
How old?
1954.
Really?
Introduced, right? So what was your favorite? Remember the little dessert came in the little cup there?
Salisbury. Oh, well.
Salisbury steak?
I love the Salisbury
The
steak.
Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and then the little cherry pie, the little brownie.
I bought one in 54. I still have it.
Do you?
Yeah.
You used to have to cut the plastic out over the dessert. Just to...
Exactly.
Happy birthday.
Everybody. Yeah, happy birthday. Come on, cake for everybody. Let's go outside to a live look right now as we check the jam cams. King of Prussia, good morning to you. No problems or delays along 202, the Schuylkill Expressway, starting off in good shape on a Wednesday morning. Let's go to 95. Good morning to Fishtown. Headlights are heading southbound out of the northeast, heading in toward downtown Philadelphia. No problems or delays at all, but just keep in mind later on today with that presidential visit, motorcade delays expected on 95 between around 1 and 4. To the maps we go. An accident in Berks County, the westbound side of I-78, right near 737. I just got word of the update on this accident on the PA Turnpike. It's eastbound, approaching Willow Grove, and it's actually right at the deacceleration lane, so approaching that Willow Grove off-ramp. It's an overturned truck that's full of flowers all on that eastbound side. The left lane is open, so we'll keep an eye on that one for you today. And then watch for work coming to Delaware County today. The northbound side of 202 right at Pyle Road. That will cause delays after 9 o'clock. Mass transit, the buses, trains, and trolleys all running with no reported delays. Ukee and Erika, back over to you.
Thank you, sir. With the royal wedding fast approaching, we're hearing from professors who knew the couple at the beginning of their courtship.
Prince William met his bride-to-be at St. Andrews University in Scotland. Lecturers remember the future King of England as being a normal guy, polite, kind, and sometimes late for class. But some professors say they were aware of the blossoming romance but didn't pay much attention.
He was very keen to ensure that his presence didn't disrupt things. He wanted to be treated absolutely normally in all circumstances.
She integrated, perfectly well with everybody else in the class.
Oh, good to hear. Now, earlier this year, Prince William and Kate Middleton visited St. Andrews as part of the university's 600th anniversary celebrations. 600 years old. And check these out, Pez dispensers featuring Prince William and Kate Middleton. Bidding on eBay begins tomorrow and runs through April 17th. All of the proceeds will go to a children's charity supported by the future King and Queen.
Stay with Eyewitness News for all the details leading up to the big day, and log on to CBSPhilly.com anytime you'd like for the latest royal wedding news. I remember having those Pez dispensers as a kid.
Yeah, but like with Mickey Mouse on them.
Yeah, I wish they had the Disney characters.
Would you like a Kate Middleton Pez?
Yeah, no, a little strange.
Yeah. Bald eagle and her newborns are an internet sensation.
But Iowa isn't the only place to see nature in action. Coming up next, we'll tell you where a local hawk and her eggs are ready to hatch.
Also ahead, birds of a different kind.
Their commercials aren't that long.
Yeah, no kidding. Where's Danny Bonaducci? I thought he was trying out. Vying to be the next voice for the Aflac Duck will take you to the quirky auditions.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up later tonight right here on CBS3.
A bald eagle and her newborns in Iowa have become an internet sensation, all thanks to a video feed.
The two eaglets feasted on a new treat yesterday, fish. Millions worldwide watched them hatch over the weekend and continue to watch their progress. And as it turns out, Iowa isn't the only place for this intense kind of bird watching at all. Eyewitness News reporter Valerie LeVay explains.
The eagles are in Iowa. No, not those eagles, these eagles. But here in Philadelphia, we have a red-tailed hawk in a nest with 3 eggs ready to hatch on April 20th.
How neat is this to watch?
Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, this is the 3rd year in a row we've had them, and you just don't get tired of it.
The hawk sits 4 stories high, perched on a ledge at the Franklin Institute.
It's nature up close and personal, and to see this happen 3 years in a row is just great.
That's right. For the past 3 years, this same mama hawk comes here to the same nest with the daddy hawk to lay her eggs on this ledge at the museum. The ledge is outside of the boardroom, and you know this saying, a bird on the ledge is worth 2 in the boardroom.
They are privy to a lot of our meetings here in the boardroom, and have even made some suggestions.
The mama bird is a real camera hog, hawk, since she's live on the museum's website for the Hawkaholics so that everyone can see what's going on. This hawk has this routine under her wings.
Why this spot, you think?
It's interesting. It has a good vantage point. It's protected by the weather. It's secure to them. They could see it from a lot of the tree lines around the park area here.
The hawk even comes back periodically throughout the year to clean up the nest and make sure it's ready for the eggs. A little bird told us the mother-to-be is happy for the eagles in Iowa. The mama hawk and the Institute hatched this idea a long time ago.
Here at the Franklin Institute, it's really our mission to inspire passion, to learn more about science and technology and nature, and what a perfect opportunity. Instead of an exhibit, we have real life right out here on the ledge.
And if you want to watch the Hawks live, please log on to our website at CBSPhilly.com. But we want to warn you, the Hawks do not have an infrared camera like the Eagles do in Iowa, so make sure you log on during the day so you can see them more clearly. From the web center, Valerie LeVay, CBS3 Eyewitness News.
That's so neat. Coming up on 5:53, time for Traffic and Weather Together. And Kate, the birds should be okay this morning, but what about later today?
The birds should be okay. Even later today, there will be a few showers, but mainly off to our north. And I can't tell you how long I've spent watching that eagle footage. It's not, they don't do anything, and I just continue to watch and watch and watch just for something. Let's take a look outside. Down the shore, looking fine this morning. The birds are chirping. We've got the sky already brightening up down in Ocean City, looking very nice as we head towards sunrise this morning. Live Mega Doppler 3 shows our next storm, though. It's a weak disturbance slipping by through the Great Lakes. Going to lose some of its force as it heads our way, but it could bring some showers, especially north of Philadelphia. That would be later this evening. Later this afternoon, later this evening. For the most part, a lot of areas will stay dry, especially from the city on southward. A look at our forecast for today, then sunny start to the day. Then clouds will roll in later this afternoon. Could be some showers, especially to the north, although I can't rule one out here in the city, so you may want to pack the poncho just in case, or at least the hooded sweatshirt if you're heading to the Phils game tonight. We're at 55 to 59 for the high range. Tonight, mostly cloudy, again the chance for a few spotty showers, and tomorrow pretty similar to today, partly sunny again, can't rule out a stray sprinkle. Our next system cuts by to the south on Friday. That'll reinforce the chill in the air, and it will bring the threat for some rain showers again Friday, high 51. Saturday some sunshine and then showers again by the afternoon. You know it's April, we got a shower in the forecast every day. Sunday morning shower, then some sunshine, high near 70, and we'll get up to around 75 by Monday with another chance for showers or thunderstorms. And now we'll send it over to Bob. Hi, Bob.
Loving that forecast. 5:54. Good morning, everybody. Loving the roadways right now. No major delays on most of our majors. Let's go outside to a live look as we say good morning to Chester County. 202 looking good between the 30 bypass and the Schuylkill Expressway. Only a 13-minute trip up into King of Prussia. And then down wires, though, here along Route 72, right off of Route 9 in Delaware. So just watch for some delays. Route 13 is probably your best bet. Overnight road work in both directions on the New Jersey Turnpike near exit 7A. They're also working southbound near exit number 6. That's the Turnpike Connector Bridge. And then east on the Turnpike, an accident at the Willow Grove interchange, taking out that right lane. Mass transit running with no delays. Stay there. We're coming right back.
Affleck.
I like the last one. It's the trials of people who think they have what it takes to be the next voice of the Affleck duck. Comedian Gilbert Gottfried lost that job over jokes about the disaster in Japan.
So far, an ad agency has tried out more than 1,100 people, most not professional voiceover artists at all. So you know, the job pays in the low 6 figures for saying one word really well. The next Affleck duck will be introduced by the end of this month.
I'm going for Danny. He said there were talks.
Our good friend Steve Mix, he used to do the Sixers commentary. He used to do it really well. Affleck.
Well, a little competition.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you do sound pretty
Bring
good,
it. That's all right. Yeah, my duck days are over.
Your duck days. Coming up in the next hour of CBS3 Eyewitness News. A scandal that's been rocking Italy goes to trial as the top official faces charges he paid an underage prostitute for sex. But the proceedings are brought to a halt shortly after they began. We'll tell you why.
And a former congressman from our area is set to meet with Muammar Gaddafi today. Find out what he plans to say to him when we come back at the top of the hour. Good morning.
Time to wake up.
CBS3 Eyewitness News on your side in the morning with
traffic and weather together
on the 3s.
Kate Bilo, Bob Kelly, Erika Von Tiehl, and Ukee Washington.
Good morning, family.
Eyewitness News mornings, 4.5 hours. The news you want now. Plus,
traffic and weather together on the 3s.
Hey, Ukee, what time does Eyewitness News mornings start?
4:30 on CBS3 and at 7 on the CW Philly.
If you're an eyewitness to news or have a good tip, call our AT&T hotline at 1-800-223-TIPS and get connected to CBS3. This is CBS3 HD, KYW-TV, Philadelphia.
All new Dr. Phil. They hit and scream.
What do you want?
When family members attack.
I do not believe you are equipped to be the mother that you need to be.
Today at 5 on CBS3. If you're an eyewitness to news or have a good tip, call our AT&T hotline at 1-800-223-TIPS and get connected to CBS3. Big Brother is searching the country for people from all walks of life. Want to be part of the new Big Brother? CBS3 is holding a casting call Friday, April 15th from noon to 2 p.m. For more info and an application, visit cbsphilly.com. Eyewitness News Weather, sponsored by Fred Beans.
Hey, time to wake up.
Eyewitness News, mornings on CBS3 and the CW Philly.